back to Retro Rewind. You got the boys are back. You got your boy Mark as always.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Chris.
And we're back on Retro Rewind. And if you're new here, we take any movie made before 1990, watch it, and we talk about it.
That's right. Was it really good? Probably. Probably not, you know. I mean, there's been some. But we talk about it, give a short synopsis, and then we complain or adulate. That's a word, right?
Yeah,
that's a word. Yeah. Now I need to look it up.
Okay.
It sounds like fondling balls to me. I mean, adulate, it just sounds like this motion. Tell me it doesn't. Adulate.
It didn't.
Adulate.
It didn't, but now it does.
Oh, boy.
You're absolutely like,
all right.
no, it wasn't the thing.
Go. I'm about to like, hey, Chris, you ever had your balls adulated?
Okay, yeah. It does sound medical when you put it like that, but I could just say like masticated. Have you ever had your balls masticated?
That sounds worse.
That sounds like.
Have you ever had your balls masticated?
I don't know the definition, but do I want to?
It's okay, unless it's happening to your balls. If ever a girl or guy asks to masticate your balls, or honestly anything on you, you should refuse, because you may flinch, and you'll also take dark type damage. Alright, so, come on.
Alright, put it together now. That's terrible. Okay, with that, what movie did we watch, Chris?
Oh, I gotta reach way in there.
That's right, adulate that.
Casablanca.
Classic.
That's right. So, today we watched this old-ass movie.
So I wish I knew that stand wasn't like, attached to it. Yeah. But you learn. Whoa. You live and you learn.
You learn. You
Speaking of that.
Oh, you know what? That makes more sense, doesn't it? Nope, I got it.
Oh, yeah.
Technique.
We're professionals.
Technique. Too professional.
Now, speaking of that word you just said, there was this one part in the movie that made me flinch, but I'm going to talk about it when we get to it.
Okay. So first things first, Casablanca. Classic movie. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend it. It's a great movie. We're going to dig into the details first. We're going to let Ryan do our little mini synopsis.
All right. Casablanca. I believe this movie was made in 1944. Or was it 40?
It's 42 or 44. Don't check it.
Okay. So, in the city of Casablanca during World War II, the city has become somewhat of a unofficial port city for people seeking to flee to America in order to get away from the wartime problem. Oh, okay, we're pretty close. 1943. Wartime problems. The runner of a gin saloon named Rick has his past come to see him when a old love of his flees to Casablanca looking to flee to America. Or was it Lisbon?
No, it was America. Yeah.
I think he was trying to go to Lisbon. Other people were trying to go to America.
Everybody was trying to go to America.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, he meets an old love of his and her, partner, put it that way, and has somewhat of a, not quite a romance, not quite a tragedy. Well, he meets an old lover who's trying to flee from Casablanca and has to deal with her and the visiting Nazi Germans who are also after his lover's partner. And so starts the story of Casablanca.
So, how did you guys feel about it when I said we were going to watch this movie? What was the initial thoughts?
Initial thought is, what the hell is this? Second thought was, oh my god, black and white. Third thought was, I better make me a sandwich. Do this. Fourth thought was, okay. Fifth thought?
Okay. Right.
How about you, Ryan?
I wasn't thrilled when I heard it was going to be Casablanca. I was, honestly, I'm pretty sure I was thinking of some other love story. I still can't remember the dang name, but it was based off of Shakespeare. It was one of those. I did not know that we were getting into a political intrigue story. And I gotta say, Humphrey Bogart, his reputation was not unearned, because Rick was just cynicism and charisma all the way through.
Yeah, like his build was crazy good. Like for what he wanted to get done, he had the perfect build for it. It was great. Like Rick was one of the smoothest motherfuckers in the world.
Absolutely.
Like, I really liked how any interaction with him, like he commanded the screen. No matter who he was with, like he took it over. No matter what he was doing, if he was walking away, if he was talking, like whatever, like it was always the focus on him because he was so fucking smooth, like too smooth. And then like everyone, it's one of those things like everyone knew who he is, but you knew nothing about him. Like no one knew anything about him because everyone was like, "Yeah, I know you came from over here and you did some stuff over here, but what happened in between?" He's like, "Yeah, don't worry about all that." He said, "What you doing right now?"
Not a problem. It's not a problem.
Not a problem. Give him a drink.
Yeah, talking about
See you later.
That's it.
So for everyone watching, you'll see us look over to the right a bit. I have the movie playing. Usually play it at fast forward so we can just remember key points in the movie. So just keep the dialogue going a little bit better. So without further ado, let's get into this shit. So at the beginning, I'm a bitch about my the opening scene because the title took fucking long. I fucking hate the beginning of old movies because you see everyone that goddamn worked on the movie, beginning, middle, and end, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. Just start the fucking movie. I'm so glad that was the thing that changed in cinema. Like, you start the movie and the credits are later on. Because this shit pissed me off.
You know, I'm glad that they went through as fast as they did because I only had like 2 hours before this dude who said he was going to pick me up at noon, but instead he picked me up at 11:53. And I was thinking, oh shit, I still have 7 minutes of the show to watch. Oh, the little reminder for people who may not have been at the previous Retro Rewinds. If one of us does not watch a movie all the way through before it comes time for us to record this for the Retro Rewind, they gotta take a shot of fish sauce. And I wasn't having that. But I was also too tired to watch this shit yesterday. So I was like, I'll just wake up and watch this. And I'm going into a long tangent, but I had a bit of an adventure actually getting my hands on this friggin' movie because I did not want to pay YouTube $4 to watch a movie from almost 100 fucking years ago. Literally.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Anyway, what the fuck was I talking about before?
The intro scene. Well, after we get past the credits and shit, and we get to the beginning of the movie.
Alright. That was a very good narration from the narrator. Yeah. That was like a Tale of Two Cities level.
Yeah, it sets the scene really well. And then like when you get into the city, you see all these different people speaking different languages, different walks of life. People are dressed different. Like you can definitely see that it's a melting pot. Like they show you that immediately.
I'm gonna remind you or just stop you there because when you said different languages, I know me myself went, where are my subtitles? I don't know what the hell are these people saying. He's speaking French. It's just, did you know if you have the subtitles on, it just shows it written in French?
Well, that's sure as hell didn't happen when I was watching. With my subtitles, it said speaking in French. Oh. That was the subtitle.
Oh, so when they were speaking in French or in German, or it would be subtitled in that language. So if you could read the language,
that's what you mean.
You would be able. Yeah, if you're watching it on HBO, you put the subtitles on. It was just showing everything they were saying exactly as they were saying it in that language, and I went, nah, I don't know what that means.
That's kind of funny, right? Because in subtitles, you do have to choose which language they want them to speak it in. So I'm like wondering if you go down and select French. When they're speaking in English, do you think it'll just be all in English and then the French parts will have the subtitles in French and the German parts will still have the subtitles? Basically, did subtitles work? Because it sounds like they didn't.
I don't think they did. But it just makes more... I don't know why I didn't think about this. Like the 4K has the audio in English, German, French, and Italian. I'm like, why does it have this many damn languages? And as I'm talking about, I'm like, yeah, that's everyone that's in the movie. That was
just one idea.
Yeah. That was World War II.
I was wondering if y'all noticed or if y'all have, because I watch everything with subtitles on, just in case I miss something. Because I like to just have my subtitles on, just to be doubly sure. Because I don't like to rewind and go, what did they say? I didn't hear it. Like something happens in the house or outside. Like yesterday, this one dude stormed out of the house and he was just screaming, I loved you. And I'm like, Thank God I had my subtitles on. I don't know what she did.
Well, that should be an infomercial.
But I'm watching as they're breaking up, and I'm hearing that in the background. I'm literally trying to watch this movie now, and I was like, I really am so glad that I have subtitles on, because I'm talking like I just hear him crying, like a grown man just crying. I was paying your rent. I was like,
You know, that argument really could have used some subtitles.
Get all the tea that way.
All right, you could have watched their argument with the subtitles and just listened to the actual movie.
So what you're saying is I should have turned around with the remote. Subtitles. Let's go.
I mean, they might have turned subtitles into Italian or French, so we don't know.
He drove off and came back. I heard all of it. I was
that was yeah. I mean, that was
I actually had to go outside and check my car because the way he skirted off in the snow, I went, my baby.
You hear that?
Oh god.
Oh no. Oh shit. So then we get into the scene where we get the captain of the Third Reich comes in. He's our big bad of the movie. I think he played the character very well.
I think so.
He was very German.
Yeah.
In the old time. That was... Right now, I'm thinking of like Inglourious Bastards, where those Germans had character. Capital C. Like, you remember that?
Yeah.
The Hunter German? He was a very scary person. This guy is just German Nazi man.
Yeah.
It's a bad
It's not
thing.
a bad thing, but yeah, it's a silhouette of the character.
The reason why, though, was because they are in unoccupied France, in a sense, because Casablanca was unoccupied.
Right, I think so too.
And therefore, even though there were things that they wanted to do, they could not do.
Oh yeah, they
You know what
wanted
I'm
to
saying? So
do
you couldn't
some
be
stuff.
you couldn't be as threatening as imposing. So like, remember, like so it was pretty much as if they were here and they were trying to make their presence known, but remember they couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, because they didn't have, because like when they take the piano and they start playing the song, then they come over and they go, play us the French Revolution real quick.
Yes.
And then they start playing and they start playing it louder. They didn't just shoot up the place. They looked at the police and said, shut it down. And then left. Like, it wasn't them saying, hey, we're shutting it down. They had to go to the proper authorities.
Yeah.
So I feel like any type of character that they wanted to put as imposing Germans, they weren't able to, because if you saw every single time, they had to pass on the buck. When they wanted to take the husband, I forget his name, Laszlo, when they wanted to take him into custody, he says, I'm demanding that you come with me. And then he looked at the police officer and said, he goes, I'm making a request for you to go. And he goes, and to put it politely. Yeah. And then he said, we'll be there. I felt like they wanted to show you that because it was an unoccupied space, and Inglourious Bastards, you're in the setting. You can be as demonic and as you want to be. But here, I liked because it showed that the political presence, and that you could see that it was a political movie where they were discussing like, hey, yo, like, we want to make these moves, but we can't.
Yeah. I was about to say that. A lot of the, that sparked a lot of dialogue. Like, just him, like, every time he couldn't do something, he went to the Frenchman and was like, I need you to do this.
Yes.
Because I like the political conversations went. How like everyone was talking to each other and they'd be like, oh, we can talk about this, but we know where we stand. Like, you're on your side, I'm on my side, and we're in this place and we need to exist together. But like, you always has these tensions. Like, anytime you've seen you seen the German and Frenchman and Italian man and like Rick talking together. You've seen like all these different people talking together. You're just like, who has the upper hand? And it was crazy because it's like you get into these conversations, it's like everyone is very good with their words. Like, because they're supposed to be politicians. You got Rick with his slick shit. So they're all talking to each other in circles, and I'm like, I fucking love that shit. Because it's like, you find out so much about everyone's character by not knowing anything about them. Because like, realistically, we don't know shit about anyone's backstory outside of Rick, Laszlo, and Elsa.
And you don't even get that right away.
No, you literally get that.
Maybe like halfway in the movie or something, and then they were like
3/4.
Yeah, like they were like, hey, yo, let's have Rick finally drink, and then you get a flashback. And
I see we were talking earlier in the car about how characters are so good when they stick to their character traits, but if they break character, why? Yeah, and it's like when he was advocate about not drinking with people, not doing all this shit or whatever. And then like any man, the one that got away walks into the bar, and he was just like,
and
he's like, out of all the places in the world, out of all the bars in the world,
you end up
walks into mine.
But also, did you
ask for me?
Yep.
And ask my boy to play our song.
Yep. And I told him never to play this song. And you know the thing that got me though was, if you notice also when he finally does drink, when she walks in, did you hear what he said? He said, "I've been saving my first drink for when you came back." He's like, "I was waiting for you to come back tonight because I've been saving having a drink until I saw you again." And I think so his reason for not drinking was because he was waiting for when he could see her again. Yep. He saw her, he started drinking, he's like, "I knew you were going to be here, so I already poured you a cup." And I was like, that's...
And that conversation...
That was such a good... I was like, that is a great way to show as to why he was never drinking with people. Yeah. He was saving his drink for her.
I did not catch that.
He said, "I was saving my next drink for you." And then I went, that's...
Let's talk about Sam for a second. How underrated of a right-hand man he was.
Yes.
Because like you go through a little backstory, right? Like you find out like he was in France with him. Like he's been here with him the whole time. And like one of my favorite scenes is when like the guy that owns the other bar, the Blue Parrot, he comes in and is like, "Man, Sam's great, man. I want Sam to come work for me." He's like, "Sam ain't gonna come work for you." He's like, "Come on, let's talk to him." He's like, "Sam, how you doing?" He's like, "I'm doing all right." And he's like, he trying to get you to go work for him. He gonna pay you double. And he looked at him dead in his eyes like, "Well, I don't get to spend all the money I make here."
I was like, "Man,
here." And I'm like,
Dad,
tell me ride or die. Tell me you ride or die when I'm saying you ride or die.
That was
right then and there. Like that's tell me that's my nigga. That's what he said. That's my nigga, and I ain't going nowhere. And like every time Sam was with Rick, you saw like they love they have for each other. Like Rick didn't show care for nobody else in the bar. But when it came to Sam got to do whatever he want. All he had to do was like, you play your music, you do your shit, you can do whatever you want. And then like the scene, like right before drinking, and him and Sam were there. Sam's trying to do everything he can.
Everything he can to get him to go home. Come on,
let's go, bro.
Let's go.
Let's go chill. Let's go. He's like,
then I'm gonna just stay with you.
He's like, "I'll drink with you. Like we can go drink together somewhere." And I was just like, and like for the male experience, we've all been there. We've all been through that shit. And it's just like sometimes you just need your boys. And it's just like Sam was there the whole time. He was just like, "I got you, bro. I got you." And then when she walked in, he was still there, like, "Damn." He's like, "Come on, bro, don't do this.
You know she's bad for you.
You know she's bad for you, bro. Let's go. Let's get up out of here." But he, even afterward, his boy fucked up. He was still with him. Next day, he's still at work. Like, "Come on, bro, let's get it." And he's like, then when he told him to play the song, he was like, "You sure, boss? You want me? You really want me to do that to you?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "She can listen to it. I can listen to it." He's like,
and before that, when Ilsa met Sam, even before Sam had spoken,
he was already there. The moment she walked in, he was already
saying, "Get out of here! You're no good here."
So the first time I watched it, I saw that scene. I was like, I was like, he used to smash her. But then like when the first time she comes up to him, and she says like, "Hey man, Sam, it's been a long time." He's just like, "This bitch."
he didn't want to deal with it.
Like, man, because I mean, like, what do you find out? I was like, you the one that broke my boy. Like he's been my ride or die for so long, and you broke him. And then Sam didn't say it. You saw his face. Out of all the places in the world, out of all the bars in the world, you had to come mess with my boy. Yeah. But I don't know. Sam was one of to me, he's best supporting actor in the movie. Like he was he was pretty much kept his boy afloat. Like
they hid the tickets in his piano. It was yeah. I
mean, Sam was such a clutch part of the movie. Super, super, super underrated. The entire movie. Plus, like, I love what's understated too is the bar itself. Like how the bar looked and like the scenes in the bar, the cinematography, like how the camera moves, and you see like, I love like when they do those shots and you see like a couple over here, like you were talking about earlier with your subtitle. They're talking in French and they're talking in Italian, they're talking in German. Like you see that the realism, like this is a melting pot of a bar, and you feel that every time. Like you see the different, like the Moroccan hats on people, like you see the different styles of dress, and like the bar does a great way of showing it, and it even does more so when you find out like the different nationalities of everybody. Like the dude that was hitting on the girl at the bar, like the Russian guy, he was like, and I love seeing too. as someone that's American and like I don't know a lot about different mannerisms and stuff for different cultures, it's like you see the people do different things. Like the Russian guy, we walked up and kissed Rick on the cheek 2 times. He's like, "What the fuck is that?" And it's like, as an American dude, I probably do that too. But it's like for this Russian guy, that's normal everyday shit. So it's like I love little stuff like that because it adds to the realism and it makes the movie feel lived in. Like it feels like that. I feel like this could have actually happened. Like you told me like this is a documentary or whatever. It's like I could believe that because the way it was shot and like the environments and just how everything went along.
Yeah, I was also wondering because like I remember when they were showing parts of the war, like they were showing the tanks going down, and I'm just like, where was this movie made? Where'd you get this footage from? Y'all weren't.
They
having
had war photographers.
I'm like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, y'all weren't. Like this wasn't part of the we're just making a movie. Because I'm pretty sure they weren't just rolling tanks down for movies at this point in time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like,
oh yeah, real footage.
you know what I'm saying? Like this is what like this is real. Like that got me. I went, oh,
like bro,
we're really talking. We're talking about the war.
Like bro, that happened last week, man.
That's it. Like that's all I think. Like you like how.
You can't see your phone.
Oh,
you can't see your phone for a second. Just.
Put it in the movie. That's what I was saying. Because that was the first thing I thought. I went, is it? And I'm like looking like, this is a black and white movie. Those are tanks.
That's real tanks.
Rolling.
Yeah.
What is?
In real life.
Like,
To
we are.
Oh, yeah.
Who did you talk to get this footage? Like,
so,
yeah, you know how you was making a documentary? Fun fact. I would like to use that in a movie.
the original time I watched Casablanca was in a film class I had. And so our professor told us about it. He said during the early times of Hollywood, and still to this day, Hollywood has a contract with the U.S. military. So that the U.S. military has to be, when you use the military in a movie, it has to be used, the military has to be used in a certain way in movies. And the military pays portions of certain movies. That's why movies that you're like, why the fuck is the army in here? Why is it there? That's why it's there. Because back then, the U.S. government had more control over what can be put in movies and what couldn't be put in movies. And that wasn't until they had it was essentially like the creative, whatever I forget the name of the act. It was the act that they made so that essentially the government couldn't directly control Hollywood. But they still have this thing about like the government gives X amount of dollars and you can put the military in it. So with that being said, I think it's part of that. Like the movies were being made, but the government, because they use a lot of propaganda.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
And that's what it did. So I mean, that's a little bit of shit from school.
Good, because no, it's good. It's good to know because I was seriously questioning that when I was watching the movie. Like,
because I mean, you just imagine like, you show up today, you like army film kind of movie. What you doing today? Yeah. So we gonna send you on a plane from America, right? Yeah. Where we going? You gonna go to France,
Versailles,
and we need you to take some videos. France, 1943.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna take your videos of.
Here, take this gun. You may not,
and we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Whatever
saying?
you do,
Like,
make sure
that's
the
what
videos come
I was looking at it just like, that's it's intriguing because there's no way to fake it back in that time, you know? So I'm like seeing these tanks like that's.
I wish I can remember the Frenchman's name because he was the police officer.
Renault.
Renault. Renault and Rick. Those two. Anytime they were together, you knew some fuckery is about to happen.
I like Renault because he was authentically himself. He would talk to the Germans and then they would be like, "Whose side are you on?" He's like, you know,
I'm just looking to line my pockets.
The same as Rick. And I was like, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like, no, we are in unoccupied space. We're not here for you or them. We are just.
He straight up says like, I'm just a simple corrupt official.
Yeah.
He was really just trying to fuck bitches and get money. That's his whole
point. Like when they said shut it down, he was like, shut it down. I can't believe gambling's happening here. Here's your winnings. Thank you.
Did you see Rick's face though? Rick looked at the cashier like, bro, why'd you give him money? We could have just kept the money. Yeah, but I like it because like it goes back to like the honor among thieves. It's like, all right, I'm a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit. Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah, let's keep it a buck. Like we are garbage. Let's be garbage people.
Let's be garbage together.
Yeah, let's be garbage.
That's it. You want what you want to do? You want me to have these bitches lose their money so you can fuck them and give them their visa? Fine. If that's gonna keep my doors open, I gotta worry. I mean, no harm, no foul, right?
Yep. And then one time he did something good, and everyone's just like, "My boyfriend," and he's like, "Please forgive me." Please.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's like, "Don't hug me. Don't touch me." He's like,
"Don't hug me."
But like in that way, I feel Rick that because like when I do nice things for people, I don't whatever. Like I did something nice because I want to do something nice. Like,
he's like, I gave this guy 2 wins. He got the money.
He got his wife.
His girl don't gotta get nothing done. Get out.
That conversation was heartbreaking. We can't skip over that conversation. When she was talking to Rick, she was like, if you have to do something. Because, I mean, like, in her mindset, she's in a war-torn country. She can go back home and get murdered by a war. Mm-hmm. Or she can just suck some dick on the side.
Yep.
Not tell her husband.
Yep.
And they can start their life together in America. Brand new, fresh start. And it's like, you're looking at her position, it's like, is she wrong? Is she right? And it's like, I don't know, like, because even as a married man in that situation, like, I don't know how I would feel about it. Like, would you, like, for sure I would be hurt if I knew about it, but it's like, if it becomes down to, like, actually life and death, could you, as a man, could you deal with that decision?
I'm going to let you know my answer. My answer is, I'm Rick. I'm just going to make sure that someone got the money, and I'm not going to worry about these dilemmas. You see, money can solve problems, and I don't have to worry about this question, because we can glide over like that. Anyway, so remember that other couple though that was going to America? They were like, we've been talking in English for whatever, and they were like, watch.
10 watches.
It's 10.
10 watches.
Nice, yeah, 10 watches.
10 watches. Yes, good.
And Carl
just looks like, you'll fit in fine. You're gonna be great in America.
They'll never even know.
There were small, funny things like that. That just.
But that's what
that's made it feel what? Yeah. Solid.
Carl was a great waiter too. Yes. Like that opening scene, he's like, why don't you have Rick come out here? He's like, Rick ain't never drink with nobody. He was like, oh. And he's like, I'm the second best baker. He's like, you the second best? He's like, the first best is our pastry chef, so come back when you get back. And I was like,
he said the third best is the bellboy.
I was like, and that's his dad. I was like, dog. I love it because, like, to me, it feels like working restaurant, like it feels like a real restaurant.
Yes.
You get people from everywhere, people with different personalities, different walks of life, different nationalities. But it's like it also like a real restaurant. Like none of that matters if you have a good boss.
Yes.
And they all respected the shit out of Rick.
Just so like when Rick was saying, "Hey, I need you to come upstairs with me. You see, he forgot to cut the light off," and he's over there telling him he always cuts the light off. Ain't no way the light's on. I already cut the light off, and then he goes, you see, I'm trying to get you to go take her home. I'm going to go cut that light off.
That's what I mean. Anybody that worked for Rick, I can't even say worked for Rick, because he was very adamant about like people working with him. Like, he wasn't the type, like, everyone called him boss, but he's like, whatever.
Yep. Make sure their salaries are paid. Right, everyone stays on salary, even though we're closed.
He's like, 3 weeks, he was like, cool.
Cool. Everyone keeps making their money. Don't worry about it.
But one thing I really liked about Rick, when he was talking about, I'm going to go to the, he's like, I don't want to know where you're going.
I don't know where you're going.
I don't want to know what you're doing. I'll just see you at work tomorrow.
Yep, see you at work.
And I was like, I respected that because, again, it goes back to his character. Like, he was like, I'm in the middle. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care.
I'm here to get my money.
Call me Switzerland, maybe.
And just be Batman. I'm here to just brew with my money. Leave me alone.
At least that's the way you wanted to be presented.
Yes. Correct.
Yeah, he was a big soft hand. He was a big teddy bear. No. Daddy bear.
Yeah, but that's why he took. He took care of his people. Like the 10, 12 people that worked for him, fuck everybody else.
Yep.
And it's like, I get that mindset because I mean, like, you kind of. I mean, in the world they were living at that time, it's like I can't save everybody, but you know, if I can save the people I fuck with, I'll save the people I fuck with. And it's like I don't like that philosophy because he was like he did everything he could to make sure they were good. He was like, and again with the salaries, it's like how many bosses would do that?
Not enough. And going off past couple of years.
I mean, if we were talking about, restaurant fire in today's age, no one gets paid except for the managers. And those managers need to go to another location because they're on a salary, so they need to keep working in order to make that money.
I'm thinking of these game companies out here right now.
Are we talking about Blizzard and just letting over the... Because I'm just thinking about...
No, I'm not talking about.
They were like, yo, the holidays, Shut it down. Y'all all getting fired because no one's playing Dungeons and Dragons and everything. Ignore Baldur's Gate getting Game of the Year. No one's playing these games. We're not making money. You're all fired.
Terrible. It's just
Layoffs for everyone, bonuses for the bosses.
Exactly.
That's how it works. And then we gotta talk about the man of the hour, Laszlo. Because he was the most important character.
Mm-hmm.
Who was not the main character.
Yep.
Yes, but he was the biggest linchpin in the story.
Yeah.
Because everything came back to Laszlo.
Yeah. You know,
everything came back to Laszlo.
I'm pretty sure Casablanca Gaiden was just all about Laszlo. I mean, he escaped from a freaking concentration camp, got killed 5 times, didn't die once, didn't even die here. I gotta admit, I expected this to be a tragedy, but...
that ending actually surprised me. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of thought Rick was like...
It was a tragedy.
I thought Rick was going to just go along with it because I thought he was like, I have no choice. I got to do this.
Yeah.
For him to pull the gun out at the end, I went, oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
again, it goes back to his character.
Yeah,
he's like,
it really
I
did.
am a piece of shit.
And then he looked and went, he would never be anything without you. I went, stop! Stop, you smooth criminal!
This is really cool. Like what you were talking about before, how he had a character. I'm going to call it, he had a charisma build. He had a speech build. And he went through the entire movie using the speech build and just the power of money until the one point in the story where he goes Unga Bunga and he has to pull out the gun. And that's at the end game where it's like, all right, well, it's gotten to the point where I'm going to have to go on the run. So now I can finally start shooting people. And he pulls out the gun and is like, all right. He just used it as that last little bit of push to complete the plan. And he's like, all right, well, now I'm an exile from Casablanca. Guess I gotta just get the hell out of here. And it's funny, he dragged Ronaldo along with him. Now Ronaldo's an exile too.
He said, can you get me a visa? And then Ronaldo said, yeah, we got 2. He didn't drag him. He volunteered. He said, you're going to get 2 visas. And he was like,
nope. He did talk no jutsu. And he made Captain Renault's heart grow 3 sizes that day.
Okay, you know what?
But let's talk about the scene that happened right before that we talked about character. Remember earlier in the movie, Renault told the General of the Third Reich, like, the General kept saying, like, man, Rick ain't that smart. Rick ain't this. Rick ain't gonna do that.
American.
And then, like, Renault just kept telling him, like, don't underestimate him, bro. Like, you never know what he's gonna do. He's like, I know him. Because we 2 peas in the pod.
Well, he said Americans he had blundered with Americans on the beaches at 18 or it was in World War I, basically. Yeah. It was like, and man, Rick blundered that bullet right into his chest.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, because Renault didn't do anything because he knew at the end of the day, he was like, yeah, Rick gonna shoot me. He a piece of shit. I'm a piece of shit. Rick gonna shoot me. Fuck him. And he's like, that's why he did the things the way he did. But Renault played his hand too.
Yep.
Because he's a piece of shit. And he called the general and was like, hey.
Yep.
Gave him the plan, whatever. But when the general got there, Renault was like, I remember what I told you. My boy, he not be my boy, but I know how he acts. Don't do that.
I told you he gonna shoot.
And Rick said, I'm gonna shoot like 2-3 times.
He said, I'm going to shoot. I was gonna shoot him. Why would I not shoot you? And he went,
that was a great line.
And then he shot.
Yeah, it's like, he kind of my boy. I mean, he's not really my boy, but as far as his person, that's my boy.
I respect him.
But after shooting him, I thought, oh man, now you about to get it. And he went, round of the usual suspects. And that's when I was like, you got me.
Going back to the
got
character.
me.
He's a
You
piece
got
of
me.
shit.
I was like, this is looking at you, kid.
Damn.
Man, like, I love that. I love Renault and Rick together. They're just 2 pieces of shit just going through life.
Yep.
Not necessarily hurting people, but definitely not helping them. And that's why the ending was great. Because it's like, I love it because you see Laszlo and Elsa fly off into the distance, to live their life. And I love how it's obscured by clouds because it's like, you don't know where they're going. Know what they're going, know where they're going. Know what they're doing and know where they're going. But then you see Rick and Renault and they're just kind of just shooting the shit, just walking, lollygagging or whatever. And they slowly go into, because it showed to me, like, it's wanky cinematography to show, like, they sped off to America because they had shit they needed to do. Whereas, like, you see Rick and Renault just go, so what you doing, bro? You got 2 visas? Yeah, fuck it. Let's get on, see what's happening over there.
Fuck this.
Yeah. He was like, I know you sell visas here. Ain't got nothing to do with me. He's like, And I know I let you win at the gambling. I know you do, baby. Just
left. But then you gotta respect Rick too, because like we said, like him being a dad, like that dad character, he made sure when he sold the bar to my mans, he told him like,
make sure.
He's like, my boys, they stay, they get paid, and they don't get paid less, they get paid more of anything. He's like,
he was talking about Sam's salary. He's like, I know he actually gets paid this much. He's like, but I know he's worth. And I went, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Make sure my man was good. That's like, to the ride or die to the end.
Because he was like, he gets paid 50. I know he makes 25, but he's worth 50. And I was like, that's it. That's what I'm talking about. Now, horror, not horror of the story.
We do gotta talk about her.
Do you believe horror, not horror?
Well, in her defense.
Stop. I'm gonna stop. No, I'm gonna give you my opinion first.
Okay,
I'm asking y'all, but I'm going to throw out my knowledge.
All right, go for it.
I get married to somebody. If it was like, if I was in his shoes, if I was married to somebody, even to this day, I think when people get married, if you get over my love in a month and you feel lonely, I will strike you down from heaven. I'm gonna be talking to Jesus. Hit him with the bolt. Hit him with the lightning bolt. It's been a month, nigga. A month. Not even a month. You read my name in the papers a week ago. And then she's over here. About a week ago. I'm gonna give you some Rick. She got her some Rick.
Hey man, I'm
replacing the R with the D.
Yeah, I mean that is a nickname for Rick.
Yeah, got
just
some
saying,
Richards.
She was getting some Rick.
He ricked and he rolled. That's for sure.
He really did. He said, "Here's getting in you. I mean, here's looking at you, kid."
I dig it.
And then because if you gotta think about it, so I get it takes, they said it took him like a month to get out, right? After he was in, right?
Yeah.
So then that would mean that, but your reporting of your death would have happened while you were in. If it only took him like a month to get out, that would have mean that it would have been like 2 weeks that he was in. 2 weeks you're considered dead. She got over him in like 2 weeks. Had a fling with Rick. Then found out that he was out. And she needed to go somewhere to go meet him.
Yeah, and then she found out he was
if you're thinking about, because remember they said that we didn't know each other that long. Meaning there could not have been 2 months where they were together.
Nah.
It was a short amount of time. She got over her husband. And that short amount of time that's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. It's a little bit on the horror side. I get the war. I get all that. I get that. But you're telling me you're a very, very important husband to the... It's not like, that's like, oh yeah, I was married to the president and we faked his death. And you were already banging somebody else in like 2 weeks? And then the president's like, no, we faked my death. What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Me personally, I think she should have grieved a bit longer. Instead, she went, give me another shot, baby. Now give me some of that Rick.
Alright, Ryan, what's your thoughts on that? We call it the horror, not horror.
1 month, you don't stop the show, man. I was saying, unfortunate things happens, but you gotta roll with the punches. This is World War II. You don't know when you're gonna catch one out of nowhere. You may as well have some fun before the end. Sam, you're here for a good time, not a long time.
I mean, that's what it was. That's what it was.
She chose him once she found out that he wasn't dead. I'm just saying, it was World War II, and my wife got killed,
him
quote unquote,
because there was a note that was sent to her by the other people. It's not like she was doing it because she wanted to. She had no... the resistance was like, bitch, I'm gonna need you to get here.
All she needed to do... This is the resistance, not the Gestapo. All she needed to do was get on that train and she'd have a lifetime of Rick. Just Rick every day. But she like, your husband, he ain't dead. And he is dying, though. And she was like, I gotta choose one. She chose the one she loved before.
Yeah, and then she said the second time she met Rick, I can't do it again.
Yeah,
okay,
she said she was...
And that's
but the reason... Okay, so the part I'm going to argue with that, though, is like, so when he... The fact that he says, here's looking at you kids. So I'm gauging it's like... I'm going to say it's like probably like a 10-year age difference. Because it seemed like she's younger than Laszlo and like younger than Rick. So
they kind of did say that. He was getting her teeth straightened. He was looking for a job.
Yeah, right. So that gives you like you're 10, I'm 16 type deal. Yeah. So he's clearly a little bit older than her. So the way I saw that scene was, this was like she was in love. I truly believe she was in love with Laszlo. He died, but it's the olden time. So they were probably married when she was like, I don't know, 17, 18. They get married. They're married for, I don't know, a year, whatever the fuck it was. He dies, and like Ryan said, like, it's war times. You don't know what the fuck's going on. She finds this guy, and she's like, I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know what's gonna happen. And she ends up getting these feelings for him, and she doesn't really know what to do with these feelings because she still loves Laszlo. She still has this love in her heart. And this guy comes in and he treats her well. He takes good care of her, similar to the way her husband took care of her. But he also has this backstory that we can't really talk about, can't really go into, can't really do anything about. So they're very similar people. And the fact that I don't want to say she ever didn't love Rick. I think she truly still loved Laszlo. And Rick was just the closest thing to Laszlo, and he filled a slot for her. And her being young, she didn't know what to do with those feelings. And they got all fucky. And when she saw Rick, she saw him, and that fucked with her emotions. She was like, I've seen him, I haven't seen him, I haven't got to talk to him, he's been cold to me. And when he finally started to warm up to her, she left her guard down because she's like, he's been a dick to me this entire time I've been here. And she's like, I finally get him alone, and he's finally talking to me, whatever. And she's like, I just want to say what I want to say to get it off my chest. But I don't think what she said there was her feelings there. I think those were her feelings when she first got back to Laszlo. But like, realistically, I'm gonna put her dead center. I'm just gonna say she's young and dumb. I don't think she really hoeing out like that. I think it's just young, dumb. She got caught up in a situation and what the time is. Young and dumb with whore tendencies. I do that. I go
Okay.
I do a little whore tendencies.
I'm not saying she was a full-on whore.
Yeah,
I'm just saying I felt that the grieving process was not next to non-existent.
That's fair.
The grieving process was glug glug. That was that. You know what I'm saying? Like she was.
I mean, sometimes to get over the last one, you get under the next one, man. I mean, it is what it is like that.
At some point during this, edit in, if she breathes, she's a thought. And then all women are just...
No, don't red pill it. But I liked her character, though. Like, the actress, I did think did a fucking fantastic job.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Let's talk about the fits in the movie.
The what?
The fits. Like, everybody was clean.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, for being in Casablanca, I was like,
Like, everybody had the top, they like coming in like...
Yeah. Even like the strangers that were like running and getting shot, like that first dude, he was clean. The couple that was sitting there and like got robbed by the first guy, I love him. Dude. The reoccurring robber. That was also funny. But
I forgot about him.
I thought he was a damn waiter. And that's why when the actual waiter came along, I was like, wait a minute, you was just letting a stranger just fucking cop a feel on you?
No.
Like, you expected...
I like just the local pickpocket. That's why Carl was like...
Yeah, the moment he bumped the girl, Carl went, I'm good.
At the beginning of that scene, right, the pickpocket dude was just all, I thought that was just a waiter being way too French.
Yeah. Got you. Okay,
and then when he left and the actual waiter came along, like, can I take your order? Or no, here's your bill. I was like, wait a minute, that's the waiter? Who the fuck was that guy you were just letting fill you up?
Yeah, I like how they just randomly had that. Like, it was just small things like that I liked about the movie. I was like, I miss having that feeling of stuff like that. You know?
Yeah.
Like, just, yeah. We were talking about it the other day when I was talking to people at work, because one of them was asking me if I watched, like, some show, like, if I was going to watch Echo and everything. And I was just like, no, I haven't watched most things with, like, I was like, I haven't watched things with, like, live action people, due to the fact that, like, things with live action, like, the love and the art and making sure that things are well has all been erased by let's just throw CGI at it. Let's just throw terrible CGI at it. But I was like, I watch animation because it's slowly, people are still working on it. Like, you see it with Spider-Man that just came out. Like, into the Spider-Verse.
It's like 80 different animation styles in there.
Yeah, and then Into the Spider-Verse 2, they threw so much into it. I just saw the end of the Spider-Man 2 game, and I'm like, I can see why. Like, people wanted that game to win stuff. I feel like if Baldur's Gate hadn't come out, which had been working on for 5 fucking years, of course it's going to win awards. If it didn't, that'd be a problem. I'm just going to put it that way. Everyone who's mad about Baldur's Gate 3, that was in the works for years. Like 5 years. Just like Spider-Man. Just like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2 was a 5-year project. If they weren't winning awards after 5 years, that's a problem.
And I think people fail to realize too, though, is that like Spider-Man game is still a superhero game.
Yes.
So I mean, that still like lowers your. I mean, it's a great game.
Oh, it is. Oh, it is.
Huge
Yeah,
too.
fantastic.
But like overall, more people just play D&D and RPGs
exactly,
than they like superheroes.
Yeah.
It's just
for me, it was like the fact. I think it's mainly because how they changed the story instead of just taking. You have your generic characters. Yeah. They feel slot A. Goblin is Goblin. Peter is Spider-Man. You know, but now they're like Miles is Spider-Man. And then they went URB, and they made people have new roles, and they changed it, and that's what made it so great. And it was like they're expanding on a universe that people have been doing the story for the same way every time.
Right, yeah.
And now they're changing it up finally, and that's why, you know what I'm saying? It makes sense. But like, that's why I like the things for animation stuff. They're changing it. They're adding in that art style. The attention to detail is crazy. Like, I saw Belle. I'm looking at the background. I'm like, I can see individual pages in this book. That's insane.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at regular things, you're like, yeah, I don't care. This fireball effect, like, they're that one. Yeah.
Well, we talked about that too when some of the earlier movies we did on Retro Rewind. I was talking about like the effort they put into actually like building old sets,
yes,
or like building minifigs and like using the camera tricks to make it so you can get those better. Instead of just using, because in me it's like realistically, how much difference is the pricing in like having a craftsman like make something versus like paying someone to make something shitty in CGI?
Yes, exactly, and that's the thing. That's why I started avoiding like I don't watch the Flash and everything. I don't want.
Because like you see one thing on a green screen, you're like, bro, that's clearly a green screen.
Yes, and it's terrible. Like sometimes it just looks terrible. Like they're not doing the extra. Like if people were doing green screen and then putting in extra detail to make it fit better, then I would care. I would want to see it. But if you're not going to put in that love labor, then it's not art to me anymore. Now it's just a money project, and I hate that. And that's what I love watching this. Seeing the backgrounds, seeing like when they walked outside and they're just randomly giving you the skylights, watching over the top. Like they would randomly pan every time there was a night shift over to the watchtower, so they can remind you there is a curfew. Yeah. We are looking for the people avoiding curfew. We are out here. You're in this environment, and they would give you that extra detail. And then, like, people are going back and they're, like, scrutinizing the first Avengers movie because at no time or point did they remind you that they don't have these ear sets yet. So when they were all talking and they're like, Black Widow, where are you at? And then she turns around and goes, how are you speaking to each other? Because none of the advanced technology that you remembered later on in the movies was there where you could be able to talk to each other. Or you had the hollow mask so that way they could speak to each other. They were just talking. And we were just assuming there's a headset. But there isn't.
It's just acoustics.
You just forget.
It's just acoustics.
Oh yeah, I forgot about it. You forgot.
He's a super soldier. He got a super voice.
No, you forgot. They all had a green arrow. They had an arrow on them. Oh, and they all had the microphone attachment. The microphone arrow. You forgot.
We know they had a USB arrow.
USB arrow. All right, it's just acoustics. You know, the voice thing.
It just carries. It carries.
Like I like people having those extra details that make things more built, more solid. Right now, with like so many stories and everything, like I think WandaVision is the last thing. Well, I watched the second Loki because I liked the first one, so I watched the second Loki, and it was decent, it was good. But like WandaVision happened, and then they made the Multiverse of Madness, and the writer for the Multiverse of Madness admitted that he did not watch WandaVision. Did you notice that the Vision at the end, but the white Vision that appears at the end of WandaVision never shows up in the Multiverse of Madness. Why? Because the other guy doesn't know he exists. Have you seen another Vision yet in any of these movies? No. Because the other guy didn't know he exists, so then he existed in WandaVision, flew off, and doesn't exist anymore. But now he's the Vision. Because he got all the information. He escaped as the fake one, and now he should be the real one. But there is no return of him. Because they're not paying attention to what they're doing. They're not trying to make art. They're just trying to make a profit.
That's what I said. The first 10 years was art. They were trying to make art. Because that's was.
And then it was just, let's just. throw everything at the wall, and if it sticks, it sticks.
That's why
make money.
My philosophy always holds true. Any form of media, you shouldn't need no sound or anything else. You should just be blatant story, and it should be able to carry itself. Like Casablanca, if I watch that shit without sound, it's still gonna be fucking great. Like the sounds and all that other stuff just exemplifies, exacerbates everything else that's there.
You know, I noticed with Casablanca, they use people as a set.
Yes.
And that feeling of wartime. I keep thinking Morocco, but no, it's not Morocco. It's Casablanca. Wartime Casablanca. All those people, all those refugees around milling about, everyone struggling to find a way to get out. They do a really good job of making you feel that in the mornings. And then at night, you feel that claustrophobicness of a curfew. And that,
but in between that,
all the time,
you get the fun at the bar.
The bar.
You get that 6 hours of just like don't have to worry about trying to get out. I don't have to worry about going home.
No matter what, there was always people randomly showing up that they were talking about wanting to get out. They were talking about what was going on in the war. They're talking about they're building everything and giving you stuff so that you're not over here questioning all this other. It's great. It's great.
I feel like at the bar you do feel tension because there are 4 armies there, and it's a neutral ground, but they're doing everything but shooting each other. But
the thing too, though, to double down on that is that like a lot of those characters there though respect Rick enough not to do anything. And the fact that like Rick, the first thing anytime goes sideways, he's like, take politics, take that shit outside. You want a drink? You can come back. You want politics?
The moment anyone swung in his bar, out.
That's right. We got food, we got drinks, we got gambling, we got women. Why you need to fight each other? And I was like, that's fair. That's fair. Like, I mean, what else you gonna do? Man. But it makes it more realistic too, because like if you go to a bar in real life, it's 100 people there, all having their own conversation. You hear little tidbits of information and stuff, and as you just go through, man, it just
Like I haven't
a great movie, just outstanding all the way around.
But besides the Marvel movies, I haven't really looked into many movies. I was watching Marvel movies. It was the Marvel movies,
right?
Like mostly like everything that I've been watching. It's like I need a good story. Like a Silent Voice that I watched. That was just that was that Belle.
It's what it is though. Like you need to, if you have a good story, nothing matters. Nothing else matters because like animation, music, cinematography, all that stuff is going to make your story better. But if you have a good story, no matter what medium you get it in, it's gonna slap. And it's just like modern shit. It's not like that. This was effort. Every scene has effort in it. From everyone, even the background characters, like the conversation. Like if you can at any point in time, you can just watch the background characters, and they're living lives. They're not background characters; they're living their own lives.
They don't feel like just paid extras. It feels like they're trying, because I feel like at any moment that maybe they were thinking, I think they may have even chosen, like, hey, they had all the conversations going. There's cameras probably around them, and then they went, "We're gonna stick with this one. That'll be the story. That'll be the one that we zoom in on." And then that's all they did.
Because it's you couldn't tell me they didn't do that though, because it's too realistic. It's too realistic for it to be like, just go in the background and have a conversation with each other. No, you're not doing that for hours and hours and hours. Like, no, this was meticulously planned out. Like, I don't know how it happened. But it's fantastic.
It was great.
Everything.
Yeah. And then I got to the end and I was surprised because I did not think they were just gonna walk off into the not sunset darkness together. Like,
dark is perfect.
Hey, buddy. I'm glad you had my back at the end. I'm glad you didn't shoot me.
It's like, hey, you ready to go fuck up another city? Yeah, let's do it again.
It's great.
Let's do it again. So good then. No, and then we talked about it a bit, but like Frank being a softie, a big softie at heart.
Yeah. Because they do mention it. They were like, you ran guns for blah, blah, blah. You were a rooter for the underdog. Where you been?
Mentions it. He's the only one that says something about it.
Yep. He's like, you ran guns for Ethiopia. You fought on the other side. You were for the underdog. Where is that at?
He's like, why?
And he's like, why would I do that anymore? I'm looking out for me. I'm tired of looking out for other people. I'm here for me.
Oh, my man's was wild at the beginning though. The guy that originally took the visas.
Oh yeah. How you gonna? Yeah. How you gonna walk in and go? Shame about those couriers, huh? Anyway, so I got the transits. I'm gonna need you to hold on to these for me.
And I like it because it's like so I don't know how I feel about the scene as far as like, did he really do that shit to get out, or did he just do that to impress Rick? Because the whole time it didn't. To me, I knew he wanted to get out because everybody in Casablanca wanted to get out, but it seemed like he more so wanted to impress Rick.
I think he did because I felt like he was wanting to say it to Rick, and that's why he handed in the papers. Like, I want you to be impressed with me before I leave. I want you
to know that I'm him.
That I'm him.
One time,
and then at least one time, and then I liked it because Rick was like, "I'm actually impressed," and then the person comes in that's like, "So I'm gonna arrest him," and he goes, "What?" And he goes, "Nah, it just seems to be impressing everybody these days." I was like, "Damn, Rick!" Then he ran over to him. "Hide me, Rick." And then Rick looks at him and he goes,
"Why?
Let you all know that if any of y'all come into my bar thinking I'm gonna protect you, I'm not." I was like, he just used him as an example.
He did. And then the other dude walked up and was like, "I hope if something happened to me, Rick, you do something." Like, take my nigga.
He said, "I said nobody." And I was like, but also, once again, there was another person where all of them were fresh. They were clean. They were suited. They were, I was like, wow, look at everybody. They are just, everyone was walking around in Sunday's best. At all times.
All times.
Yeah, he was looking good till the torture started.
I mean, I didn't see him get tortured. I just know he was in the jail, and then they said, it's crazy that he's dead, though. Bro. I mean, he's crazy that he's what?
Yeah, not sure.
It was just a casual conversation, too.
Man, I'm not sure if he tried to escape or if he killed himself.
Yeah, whichever one it is, but, anywho.
You got some more questions for him?
Yeah, did y'all want to say anything to him beforehand? I know you wanted to ask him something. You can tell us what you were going to ask him. Because if it's about the transits, we're going to find them. They were like, it was just hardballing every time. Everyone was like, no, I want you to understand. We know what you're doing. And we'll stop you.
But that's like Rick was. He's like, "What you doing today, Rick?" And he's like, "Yeah, they ransacking the place trying to find those papers. They ain't gonna find me."
They're gonna find them.
So he didn't run. I was like,
he's like,
"You had them papers?" Yeah, I got them papers. So where's that?
When he finally said that was great.
Yeah, he asked him like 50 times in the movie. Then he's just like, "Yeah, I got him." He's like, "Where's that?" It was in San Antonio. He's like, "Son of a bitch."
Damn it. Yeah. I knew I should have checked there.
But he just took it in stride. Yeah. He's like, "Yeah, I lost. Okay, cool."
But like, they just be talking to each other. And then, even at the end, remember, you owe me that money because I said he's going to escape. And I went, nah!
No, Renault.
He's still talking about this.
But Renault was not unarmed there. It was like, yeah, those that'll pay for our escape pretty well, huh?
I was like, damn. He said it. He said it. And I'm thinking, and then I didn't even think about it when he was taking them to the place. And he was like, no, we're going to arrest him. I was like, oh, this nigga, he really did say that. He really did say, we're going to let him out. He going to get out. You won't even see it coming. He's like, I hinted at it since the start. So what are we talking about?
Well, like, right, he escaped from he escaped from a concentration camp. How the hell are you going to hold him?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, man, you know what?
Yeah, and I love Laszlo's and Rick dynamic too. Like the juxtaposition of these two characters. Like, I love it because again, it goes back to the male experience, right? Yeah. So you had Laszlo, who is the pillar of doing everything. He's technically wrong because he's going against the Germans, right? Just from this perspective. Yeah. But he's doing everything right in the world, like tries like helping people, saving people, doing all these things for good. But you got Rick, who just did the most heinous shit behind the scenes, also for the same good. And I love it because it's like good deeds need to be done, but bad deeds done in the dark to help the good deeds are always the thing that's going to be there. And I loved how like those two characters, like I just love the dynamic.
Yep. And then they met on that. I was gonna say on that pillar.
Just like Alchemy and L. They are both heroes, sort of. Fighting for good, sort of. Or at least, they both would have killed Germans. How about that?
Yeah, that's true.
Nazis. German Nazis.
Yeah.
It's not just in that war. Yeah.
Yeah, in the 1940s.
Whew. Okay. Anyway. I'll put it in my fan fiction. What were we saying?
Laszlo, his clean ass suits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Laszlo, he didn't really get that much of a chance to be as charismatic as Rick.
I think
I think
You know
because he's the one who started
right.
the song. He walked into the bar, he saw that on the piano and went, no.
Because he comes in about
Not in my face.
That's
will
what I
you
mean.
play.
Like, he does.
He went, and then they went, you see how he inspired these people this quickly? He is a menace. Shut the bar down. Shut it down. And then they shut it down.
I mean, like, Rick got like an hour and a half of FaceTime. Laszlo got like 10 minutes, which is still a lot.
Yeah.
He was really good whenever with the political fencing.
Yeah.
He did a really good job of saying, yeah, I'm here and y'all motherfuckers can't really do shit about that.
Mm-hmm.
Try me.
Yeah.
And,
he was talking cash money shit the entire time.
Yeah.
I was like, what you gonna do about it though?
Yeah, he was like, you're an honorary citizen. He's like, you're technically a citizen of Germany. He's like, I politely declined that honor. And I was like, the way you phrased that, the verbiage, ooh, crispy.
That's what I'm saying, man. His
It's one of those things where you take the headphones out and you're like, damn, that shit's smoking. Yeah.
Ooh. Or the conversation that him and Rick had, he was pretty much like, listen, I know you've been with my bitch, bro. So we need to have a real conversation.
Even at the end, he went, you don't need to explain it. I'm about to just get on this plane. And then Rick was like, you don't understand. And then lied. And I went,
lied for the greater good.
For the greater good.
His character. He is.
For the greater good. And then she's looking at him like, yes. Exactly that? I was like, I mean, up to a point, it was exactly that.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's like 80% true.
I mean, it was. Because she pulled out the gun and said, I tried everything, I'm going to shoot you. And he was like, smooth, baby, you're going to shoot. And she was like,
persuade.
You're right. To be fair, Renault did the same thing. Because he put a gun, he's like, you gonna shoot me? He's like, I'm just gonna sit down.
Yeah, I won't lie. That was funny as hell. But that was the thing. Like, they never broke who like, their characters were so, like, their personalities were so strong.
Dude,
and
they were in sync the entire movie.
Yes.
Their banter, they're going off each other. And one thing I really like about all the bar scenes, though, is the fact that, like, every time he would buy someone a bottle, drink like 2 sips of it, and he'd be like, oh shit, I gotta go do something over here.
Yes.
So he had like 12, 13 bottles just out there, and he's like, I'm gonna tell you something, it's great. I order a bottle, they give me my check, and I rip it up.
Yep.
It's a nice
that was great. That was so great. I was like,
so
corrupt.
Good. To a T.
He knew who he was.
He knew who he was.
Scum.
But it's like, what people like Renault and Rick, it's like, you gotta respect who they are, because it's like, they know exactly who they are, exactly what they're gonna do, and exactly how they're gonna react to everything. Whereas like other people, quote unquote, good people, would do all this fucked up shit and just be like, I did it because it was good. I mean, like,
that's why sometimes villains just be spitting.
Facts.
Sometimes villains just be spitting. And I'm just like, you know what? He's not wrong.
Not wrong.
Except for like Eren Yeager. He does a little bit too much. He could have toned it down a little bit. 80% of humanity was a lot.
Oh, sorry, I don't understand what you're talking about. What's this? What are you talking about? What are we talking about? What's this?
It's not just Attack on Titan. We'll say that for another appropriate episode.
Didn't know there was a phase 0 ending in there. Damn.
But so I guess we should probably start wrapping it up. What's final thoughts?
Black and white movie. I noticed the part where Sam got called a boy by the heroine. That was jarring. He's like, hey, that boy over at the counter. And here I'm thinking about a young child. Like, I didn't see any boy. But, it's just relic of the time. You gotta get over it.
Yeah.
I did like it because still you gave that man a good role. You made him the center of attention. Yep. Everyone was singing that song along with him. They were smacking on the table when they needed to. It was... He was the center of attention. He was the star of that scene. He was a star in this movie.
That bar was that bar.
He was a star in that movie. And that that one line, I was like, I can understand because it was the times. Literally, the times. We're not even figuratively here. It was literally the time.
Was shot then.
Yeah.
But it was like...
So, like, for him to be able to have the role, I was like, you know what?
He
You know
killed it.
what?
Yeah,
did
he
it.
killed it.
You did it. Because, like, even when he was talking to Rick about, like, stuff and whatnot, he wasn't doing it as if he was lesser.
No, that's what I'm saying. They
loved
were
it.
boys.
He was.
They were boys. Like, they were on equal playing fields.
Yep.
In the movie.
In the movie.
In the movie.
In the movie.
For sure. In the movie. Anyway, great movie. Great movie. I see why... It sounds weird. I'm going to say I see why everyone kept mocking it. Not because it was bad, but because it's just that influential.
Mm-hmm.
So many scenes, I realized, wait a minute. That's where that spoof came from. And that spoof. And that spoof. And it was like, okay. All right.
Yeah,
It deserved.
And this is what I always talk about. Like, if you make something good, it will last. Like, if you don't make something that is just for the times, you don't make something that's just for the money, like you were talking about. If you actually make something, a passionate project that you care about, that actually has substance and a good story, this shit came out in the fucking 40s. We're watching this shit in 2024.
Yeah. It felt like a Shakespeare story where it is just like the template of an entire... You know how everyone just keeps Shakespeare and just keep doing the same Shakespeare.
Yeah.
This is one of those stories, one of those Othellos, Hamlets. You could just remake this at any wartime, and it would.
Yeah. It would go easily. Yeah, Chef Kiss in this movie for sure. One of my favorite movies, like just in general though. I'm like, it was one of the movies I was the most happy that I watched in my that film class I had, because I thought it was just like an old relic that people fucking just talked about.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's real substance, and like, it's a good fucking movie.
We're gonna have to watch Citizen Kane one day.
I watched Citizen Kane. That shit's overhyped. Citizen Kane super overhyped.
Oh, I don't want overhyped.
It's super overhyped. It's not the movie that everyone, in my opinion, is
you know
not
what?
this super
It's fine. We can watch movies like that because I already watched Scrooged.
Oh yeah, we can hate watch it.
Yeah, I can. You know what? I just realized. Yeah, I can hate watch it.
Yeah, because I wasn't planning to hate watch it.
No.
I had Bill Murray.
I know. I'm just letting you know that it's okay because at some point, the Hawkfather, you will.
Oh shit!
You will. Father. You will. I'm playing the long. You would flip me off like your nose is just what? What?
So with that, may your bed stay warm, your pillow stay cold.
Nope. Stay perfect, Chad.
It will.